The Poundcast is in part sponsored by Mint Mobile. Say goodbye to your overpriced wireless plan and switch to Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/poundcast. That's mintmobile.com/poundcast. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/poundcast. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
This episode of the Poundcast is in part brought to you by Louisville Vegan Jerky Company. They make Louisville Vegan Jerky. That's right. It's meatless, plant-based jerky, and you can find them at lvjco.com. And they have lots of different flavors you can choose from, such as buffalo hot wing, pepperoni pizza, smoky Carolina barbecue, and they also have limited edition flavors that they come out with every month. And the newest flavor is a collaboration with the DJ Sudden Death. It's called Sudden Death's Spicy Sweet Gochujang. So this is a new take or a sort of remix of the classic LVJCO flavor, and it's the new and improved spicy sweet gochujang. So if you order on the website and use the code word Poundcast, you get 20% off your order. Now, this stuff is bagged in the United States. It has a shelf life of 9 months, and you don't have to order it online. If you want to order it in person at stores, you can find it at places like Whole Foods and Sprouts. And just check out their website, lvjco.com. Once again, use the code word Poundcast and get 20% off your order.
Brent talking. Brent, what will Brent talk about today? Brent talking to some pimples. Brent will talk to friends, and Brent talking on the Poundcast.
Welcome to the Poundcast. My name is Brent Weinbach, and I'm here with stand-up comedian Ron Funches. Thanks for being here. You were commenting on, you asked, where's Doug?
Yeah, where is
And
Doug?
I hope you're not let down that he's not here, but he doesn't.
It's in the name.
It's in the name. EA
Your
Sports.
name's not in any of it.
I know. It's not. His picture is up. Look, he doesn't really. He does the show every now and then, but it's pretty rare at this point. But his picture's still here in the same way that you might go to a manor, and there's. There's people who maybe used to live in the house, that their paintings are still, their portraits are still up. Yeah, he's sort of the.
Where did he go?
He went to a better place.
Touring.
Nothing spiritual, just, no, just kidding. No, he just wanted to focus on other things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about renaming it now?
No.
To the, Brentcast or?
Nah.
Botcast or?
No, I mean, if I did.
Winecast?
Nah, I think I wouldn't do anything cast. It would just be,
Pound,
if it was Brent.
Pound Brent?
No, it wouldn't be anything Pound either. It would just be Brent.
Brent.
Yeah.
The Brent?
No, just Brent.
I like that.
Welcome to Brent.
Yeah.
I'm Brent Weinbach.
Yeah.
This is my guest, Ron Funches.
I love it.
What's your podcast called again?
Getting better, but I don't know if I'm going to do it anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
You should. Yeah, I'll take it over.
You wanted to get on?
I'll take over everybody's podcast and keep the same name too.
Yeah, keep at it. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna still do podcasts, but I think I want to do like serialized, limited things. I'm not good at any continuous thing.
I hear that. It feels like a chore to do something.
Starts to feel like a prison.
It does.
And
it
then
can
you
feel
eventually
like that.
have to find someone else to take over and replace you, like a timeshare or some type of pyramid scheme.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I take over podcasts.
Is that how it happened? He couldn't get out of the contract until he found a host?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll take. Okay? Do you have an angle? You're chatting with people, right? I mean, or do you have an angle?
Well, my podcast.
Or is it about some sort of self-help thing?
Well,
or
yeah.
something?
So it was like a self-help thing of just getting better. It originally started off as a thing of just talking to people who had accomplished things and seeing how they still maintain their drive to like do other things, and just basically showing people there's no such thing as like making it, that there's always another day, there's always some other goal that you have.
But in that podcast, you weren't able to figure out how to maintain a drive to keep doing the podcast.
No, yeah. I mean, for a while it was great, and then did a bunch, and then the pandemic happened, and I started doing a bunch of solo episodes or Zoom episodes.
Yeah.
And then I got divorced, and then they started using the podcast and my divorce to say that I was a bad father. So I was like, this seems like a detriment, not a plus.
Wait, say what?
anymore.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because I think at one point I mentioned that fathering was hard, so then they mentioned that in the podcast.
Wait, who's they?
You know, my ex's lawyers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, jeez.
Yeah, so it made me
Just because you said fathering was hard?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you are a kind of super dad in a way, right? Because you have a son that you raise and who's an adult now.
Yeah, 21.
And then you started over again and did another one.
I did.
And now, is that seems kind of, I don't know, daunting in a way, but then again, you've sort of been through it already. So, but I mean, after you have raised a kid, he's not a kid anymore, he's an adult, and I guess you didn't feel a feeling of, I'm done doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
You felt like, yeah, I'll do it again.
Yeah, well, the first
how
time
did that
it
happen?
was so terrifying because I was 20.
Yeah.
So the first few years, I probably was mostly just in shock,
Mm-hmm.
and also was coming up doing comedy. So it was a lot of like, struggling and not being able to give them things that I wanted to give them. So when I was doing a little bit better financially and thought that I was going to be, married, I was like, oh, here's a chance to have a more traditional upbringing for another child. And like you said, I just felt like I wasn't done. I've been a dad for half my life, and so it kind of felt like all I knew how to do. So I was interested in trying it again with more finances. So
Yeah. Okay. And do you feel it's easier now the second time?
no, I didn't take into account that I'm 40 now and tired.
Yeah. It takes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And you probably had, you obviously probably had a lot more energy when you were in your 20s.
No
whatever.
money, more energy. And
Right.
now I got money and no
less
energy.
Does the
Yeah.
money doesn't help compensate for lack of energy?
No,
I
it
guess.
does, because I could hire someone
Right,
else
to have the energy,
to
yeah.
watch.
You can
the
hire
kid.
energy.
Yeah, I hire energy.
Yeah. No, that is the nice way to do it. I think that's probably the way to go if you're in your 40s and
Yeah.
trying to raise a kid. How old is your young one now?
2.5,
2.5. And how old is your old one?
21.
21. Okay.
Yeah.
How does he play into the raising of this new one?
Oh, it's really cool because it's like it's forced him to kind of see himself more as an adult. I think it shifted the way he looked at himself. I think a lot of time he looks himself like a different cartoon, so I think he always saw himself as like Bart Simpson and
Oh, really?
these like kid things, and now he sees himself more as an adult who has to look out for his little brother.
I thought you were going to mention an adult cartoon.
I was trying to think
like
of one.
He used to see himself as Bart Simpson or something like that, but now he sees him more as the critic.
I love that. I wish I had said that.
Or
let's just put it in.
he sees
Can
himself.
You dub his voice over my face like I said it.
Dub who's your face on my voice?
Yeah.
I could do it right now.
Okay.
We did something like this on a episode
Sure.
a few weeks ago. I'll say it right now and then
Okay.
you mouth it. So
Okay.
we'll go camera to him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he used to, think he was Bart Simpson or Mickey Mouse, but, now he's more thinks of himself as an adult, like the critic or Duckman.
Which is a great cartoon.
Oh, Duckman?
Yeah.
And, or, what's that? Fritz the Cat.
Yeah.
How about that?
He very
That's an
much
adult.
Very
That's
Fritz.
an adult cartoon.
He's very Fritz.
He's
yeah.
Fritz the Cat. Yeah,
heavy
yeah.
metal.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's very heavy metal now. Not the genre of music, but
the cartoon.
The
Yeah.
cartoon, yeah.
So, Ninja
is
Scroll.
Ninja Scroll. Oh yeah, Ninja Scroll. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
lots of erection, cartoon erections and stuff now,
Yeah.
and blood.
Yeah. Spurting everywhere.
When's the last time you saw Ninja Scroll?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. It probably was, like 20 years?
Oh, it's been 20 years because I rewatched it a couple years ago, and I forgot how crazy it is. I mean, it is intense, you know? I mean, it's very adult.
Yeah, it's an adult
But
one.
I hadn't seen it since, I don't know, I feel like high school or something. And, but it's pretty heavy stuff, you know?
Yeah, I like it. Do you watch anime now?
Not as much as no, not really. I'm trying to think if I do, actually. I can't say I really do for the most part. I actually watched My Neighbor Totoro for the first time, kind of recently, a couple years ago. But no, you watch animation a lot or Japanese animation?
No, I wouldn't say a lot. I'd say very, very limited. I fall into little rabbit holes sometimes. People will tell me to watch something, and last one I really liked, the show called Jujutsu Kaisen, which was a really fun show. It's about demon hunters that and then one guy, he's cursed, and he has to swallow a bunch of fingers, and he himself can turn into the most deadliest demon of all. But it's like a really good cartoon.
Really?
Yeah, it's fun.
Did your son identify with any of those? Any of the
Probably,
fingers?
yeah, the fingers.
One
mostly,
of the fingers?
yeah.
At least one of the fingers?
Yeah.
Is he into the same stuff as you?
Like, he's in some of the same genre, like, I'd say themes, but like different genres. He loves video games like I love video games, but he likes racing games, which I don't care for. But that's like his favorite genre of games.
And you don't like racing games?
Mm-mm.
You don't like Super Mario Kart?
No, not
really?
that. I mean, no,
Really?
not that one. If you're gonna pick that one, no.
Oh, really? Not that one?
No, that one's slow.
What
I
about
thought you would
Mario-
pick Double Dash at least.
Well, I'm not as familiar with Double Dash, but what about Outrun? You like that one?
No, no, I don't like most
You get to
racing
pick
games.
you get to pick the track you want to listen to.
That's,
you know?
well, that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he loves them, Gran
so-
Turismos and whatnot.
Does he like Super Mario Kart?
I mean, I think he would play it. Yeah, for sure.
So that's kind of interesting that he developed his own video game identity apart from you or whatever.
Yeah, same.
What about music? Do you like the same music?
No, same thing. We like different. I mean, we both like rap music, but his is different. Like, my rappers usually, like, they will reference like Rugrats or Doug, and his rappers reference Kim Possible and Danny Phantom. And I'm like,
that was that's funny. The different generation of cartoon.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't get it. I didn't see Danny Phantom.
Does he are there rappers that, so you don't like his rappers?
Not most of them, but I like some of them. He's got, I mean, I'm not going to say he has bad taste. He has great taste in music.
Oh, really?
It's fun to walk by his
What's his
door.
style?
Like, it's so eclectic. Sometimes you walk by his door and he's listening to Mary J. Blige, or he's listening to Incubus, or he's listening to, I'd say a lot of hip hop. He listens to a lot of hip hop, but it's like just always just so specific and unique, where I'm like, I've never even heard this track. One of my favorite things is if I'll be listening to a song in the office, and it makes me proud if he'll like come into the room and look at my phone to figure out what song I was listening to, and then he'll go back to his room and
that's cool.
add it to his playlist.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So that makes you feel like a real dad in the moments like that, right? You're
cool.
teaching him stuff that's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's the alluring thing to me about parenting is, showing your kids something cool and helping, in your eyes, helping shape them into being cool people with good taste or something like that. Yeah,
it's important. Yeah.
Does he dress differently than you, or?
Oh yeah, he which is fun. He wants to be Ricky Bobby for Halloween, and upon reflection, I was like, oh, that's his style. He dressed like pit crew. He dressed like he's in NASCAR. He's always wearing like a hat with like Eminem on it, or
he wants to be a NASCAR driver.
Yeah,
the way he looks,
the way he dresses. Yeah, he'll wear the glasses with the one full like rim on the top.
And are you not into that?
No, not me. No, I'm more dressed. I have my style. It's called a colorful casual, or Black Larry David.
Okay, yeah. Does Larry David colorful?
No, that's where the black comes in.
Oh, okay, yeah. Where does the Larry David come in?
In the casual.
Oh, the casual. Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
got it. Okay, yeah. And what's his do you teach him about dating and stuff? I mean, how does that work?
I mean, I more ask him about dating and
Mm-hmm.
see if he has interest. He hasn't had much interest in actual dating. I took him to a strip club for his
You
21st
did?
birthday. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
really?
we went to New Orleans and we went to a
Did he
jazz
not? He didn't
festival as
find
well.
that at all kind of, I don't know, I guess uncomfortable to go to
He
a
has
strip
to
club with his
go.
dad? Well, it was his desire.
Yeah.
His
what do you-
request.
What type of...
Well, I thought maybe you.
Well, you think I'm just like, hey, you're... Come on, son.
Well, I thought you maybe you brought it up. Hey, would you want to see some women and naked? Or,
With your father?
since you're turning 21, would you like to see what breasts look like live? You know, maybe some buttocks.
Well, he was hinting around about it. He had been
Really?
joking about sex shops and
Oh,
a bunch
really?
of stuff. And so then I asked him what he wanted to do for his birthday. And he said he wanted to go to New Orleans. And I asked him what he wanted to do. And he said he wanted to go to a jazz festival. And he wanted to eat beignets. And then I go, anything else? And he kept kind of going like, And I go, do you want to go to a strip club? And he goes, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. So you guys went.
Yeah.
What was that? Okay, because my whole thing, and I've talked about this before on the podcast, but my whole thing is, I kind of think strip clubs are kind of weird, because you go there. I mean, I don't know. People are maybe getting boners, and you're going.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole joke is about getting boner. You're going there and getting boners. People, is it? I mean, I guess what happens? What's the father-son dynamic at a strip club? I mean, are you guys getting boners together, or are you? What's going on? I mean, are you? How does that play out? Are you talking? Are you saying, "See, son, that's a vagina"? I mean, what do you?
No, I just mostly just try to give him his space, let him enjoy it on his own. And we went like at a Thursday at 8 p.m., which is not prime strip
Okay.
club hours.
Oh, it isn't.
So
Okay.
I just wanted to mostly.
Did you sit in the back while he was in the front or something?
No, we all sat
You
together,
sat
in the
together,
back.
okay.
Yeah.
Did you? I mean, what? Okay, yeah. What did he think? Was he smiling?
He was smiling.
Yeah.
He was very
Did
excited.
he receive any special treatment?
They let one of the I guess I was gonna call her escort, but that's assuming. One of the dancers let him touch her butt for
Really?
his birthday. Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah.
And did you see him touch her butt?
I did.
Yeah, that's interesting to see your son
It
do
was
that.
very interesting because I didn't know what his style would be.
So how did he touch it? Did he just poke it with his finger? Or?
Kind. Well, it was a swoop.
Oh, a swoop down the middle
No.
and through the crack? Oh, like that, just horizontally.
Yeah, like she was a cat that he never met before.
Oh, I thought
He
it
was
almost looked like he
apprehensive.
was signing his name.
It's similar.
With his
Yeah.
sort of with his finger.
Yeah.
So
like he was signing off.
he
for
didn't do any
the
kind of scratching sensation.
Disney TV type.
Yeah, it's Disney. It's the Disney logo.
Yeah.
It's like all those little interstitial promos.
Just wanted to take a moment right now to mention that this episode of the Poundcast is in part brought to you by Mint Mobile. You know when you discover a new binge-worthy show or a song that you play and repeat, so you have to share it with your friends so they can experience just how great it is? That's kind of what it feels like when you discover that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. It's such a great deal, there's no way you can keep it to yourself. I've been using Mint Mobile for years, and whenever I see my friend's phone bill, I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? My friends are like, I can't go to the movies tonight, Doug. My phone bill's too high. I say, just get Mint Mobile and we can all go to the movies. Come on. Another plus of Mint Mobile is that you can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan, and you can bring along your phone number as well as all your existing contacts. To get this new customer offer and your 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/poundcast. That's mintmobile.com/poundcast. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/poundcast. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details. And back to the episode.
You watch a lot of Disney Channel
A little bit.
for your kids?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I was fascinated with the Disney Channel in the mid-2000s. I was, not a kid or anything. I was a full adult,
Yeah.
I would come home from doing shows and stuff, and the only thing on that wasn't on cable, that wasn't infomercials later at night, was they would show these Disney Channel shows. And I kind of I started watching them because I just thought, I don't know, I just thought they were produced in a way that was different. And I don't know.
Favorite?
Well, I guess, it started with Bug Juice, okay? And I kind of thought, this is kind of funny. It's kind of like the real world for kids, the real world for junior high age kids or middle school kids. And I thought there's something kind of, I mean, look, I'm trying to sound positive about this, but it made me feel things I never felt before in a way that was weird, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I guess Disney Channel shows, I'm not being specific about which one, but they can be kind of, they're pretty heavy-handed, I guess. They're pretty, they're sparkly, and they're kind of corny, right?
Yeah.
And I used to shy away from corny stuff, but when I started to embrace it, I thought it was an interesting sensation in my body and in my mind. And so I started watching these shows, and then I started, kind of getting into the Lizzie McGuire show. And then my friend, his daughters were into Lizzie McGuire, and they had the videotape of the Lizzie McGuire movie, and he let me borrow it, and I watched that. I watched that on tape. And that was pretty good. And then the High School Musical trilogy came out, and that just blew that I thought was genuinely actually just really good. And I'm thinking it was really smart and really well done, and the songs are good, and the choreography is good. And, it's Kenny Ortega. I mean, it's going to be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was your son into those things?
Not too much. No, he's always been more into, like, animation and Family Guy and Futurama.
What are the shows you guys watch together that you guys really bond on?
We were bond on playing video games together. I remember Metal Slug 3 was a game that really bonded us. One day he came home from school, and I was stoned on the couch playing Metal Slug, and he just was like, "Daddy likes Metal Slug?" And
really?
I was like, "Yeah, man." And he was like, "I like Metal Slug." And I was like, "Well, then pull up a controller. Let's play through this Metal Slug."
It's weird that he didn't know that you were in it, or you both didn't know that.
I think he thought Metal Slug he didn't know how old Metal Slug was.
Uh-huh.
So he didn't know that I had already grown up through the Metal Slug days. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so we bonded over that game. Show-wise, is more, like, I remember we watch a lot of Bob's Burgers together, and then the time I did Adventure Time, he was really stoked about that.
Oh,
that was
really?
The first time that he ever was like, "Hell yeah, this is cool, you're in this."
Yeah. Was he already a fan of the show when
Yeah.
he did it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool, yeah. You guys laugh a lot together?
We love to laugh together.
Do you guys riff now? Can you riff?
Sometimes, yeah, we do some jokes together, and then at night we'll play a game together where we, like, it's like a fighting game where we do different subjects, and then we go back and forth. Sometimes it's like cities or video games or
Wait, how does this work? How does this game work?
Well, it's so, like, he'll throw something at me. If it's cities, he'll be like, Salt Lake City, and then I throw something at him and I go Boston, and then we just go back and forth while we listen to hip hop music, and then eventually when I'm tired, he throws one thing at me, and then I pretend to die.
Oh, really?
And then we do it again the next
You guys ever play fighting video games with each other?
On occasion, yeah. Marvel vs. Capcom, too. Yeah, we play it together.
That's fun that you have this. Is he one of your best friends?
He is my best friend.
He's your best friend?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Now, what's going on with the new one?
With the new one?
Yeah, the young one.
He is okay.
What's he
fine.
like?
He's really smart and really.
He's developing a personality already?
Yeah, he's got a great personality. Sometimes he's a little demanding. He's a little.
Oh yeah, Terrible Tuesday. Said
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah, very much so.
Was it? Was that a situation for your older one?
Yeah, a bit, but it's all, like, different with him being on the spectrum and stuff. So, it was it felt less just full defiance and more like what's going on with him. And this one is like, my son will look me in the eye and call my name and then pee on the rug.
Wait, he'll say your actual name?
No, he'll just be like, "Daddy," and then I'll be like, "What?" And then he'll pee on the rug.
It'd be funny if he went Ron Funches and then he peed on the rug.
Well, he actually today said, "I want to call you Ron," and I said no.
Really, the young one?
Yeah.
Really, he wanted to call you Ron?
Yeah, he said that.
And you said no.
Yeah.
You call me Daddy or Dad or Father.
Exactly.
Or Pop.
I go, anyone in this house. That's all they call me.
So how many people are in the house?
Just the two of us. Or three of us.
The three of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Is it... And the older son, he's having fun with the young one?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He gets annoyed by him. He puts up the baby gate sometimes and walks away.
Oh,
but,
really?
Yeah, for the most part, he loves it.
How's the young one does he really like the old one?
Yeah, he always is seeking his approval, and if he won't listen to me, I'll kind of use his older brother to back me up, and he'll listen to his older brother more likely.
Does he? I don't know. It's probably. Do the brothers think? Do they see each other as brothers, or is it more something else?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because there's a 20-year gap, pretty much.
Yeah,
you know? I
but he always is. He's like, he'll be like, big brother, big brother.
Oh, he says that?
Yeah.
Because it's just, to see an adult like that, I'm thinking uncle, I think it's like he's going to be an uncle,
Yeah.
But I guess not, though.
No, not this one. More of a brother situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else have you been up to?
Just doing a lot of stand-up, doing some game shows, doing some voiceovers.
What do you mean by game show? Doing kind of celebrity game show type of things? Like, I mean, you're a contestant kind of on it. Yeah.
I want to host one, though.
You do?
I very much want to. Yeah.
Why?
I think I have a great personality for being a game show host.
What makes a game show host personality? What is that?
I think it's someone who is easygoing, someone who's in the moment, and someone who genuinely cares about like wanting people to win money and wanting people to succeed. And and from my time being contestant or celebrity partner or stuff, like I really like it when it goes hand to hand with one of my biggest joys, which is taking money from large corporations and giving it to people. Mm-hmm. And game shows is one of the best ways to do that.
So what would be your ideal game show for you? What do you like? Which ones do you like?
I love they do a reboot of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader called Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity that I'm in. I really liked that one because I liked it felt like I was back in school and taking pop quizzes and stuff, and that felt fun. Like classic wise, like I'd love to host The Price is Right. Like I would love to take that job one day. Family Feud would be fun too. Just anything where it's regular people. Like I think it's more fun when it's like regular. Do
you feel that Jeopardy contestants are not regular people? They're a little too
they're too
brainy.
snotty.
Oh yeah. I
like a nurse or a truck driver or just any one part of regular America. And I like seeing how, especially now, you see these like ones where they'll get like, here's a stay-at-home mom, and then this like amateur drag queen, and I love just like the slices of America that game shows can give you.
Do you feel like Wheel of Fortune is too highbrow?
I mean, that's just like a tempo, but that's glossy. That's the mainstream. That's like the Bad Boy Records of game shows. I'm more into that, like the nitty gritty of it. Yeah, the raucous.
Now, did you grow up in Oregon, or
that's where I started comedy? I grew up as a teenager. Yeah, Salem, Oregon. Yeah.
Oh, where did you grow up before that?
Chicago.
Oh, okay. Why did you move there?
Just because I needed to get out of Chicago. It was a bad time for me.
Oh yeah.
And rough area for me, and so I ended up moving with my dad in Oregon.
What were you like when you were younger? What were in high school? What were you?
Pretty much the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just chill, younger though. Younger.
I feel like you
definitely younger.
Physically you were younger.
I was younger.
Did you? I feel like there was a turning point.
What were you like?
Me, I was the same.
Yeah.
I was pretty much the same. I was friends with everybody in high school. I mean, I kind of went around to different groups.
Are you a floater?
Kind of a thing, and I spent some time by myself too,
Yeah, I was a floater.
And then there were certain friends that I had that were kind of my closer friends. My best friend went to a different high school, but I mean, I used to when I was in college, I used to interrogate people hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
I would ask them a lot of questions, and maybe that kind of creeped people out a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that.
But
Nobody likes too many questions.
Yeah, but I was kind of just trying to make them feel important.
Mm.
Give them a little boost. You know what I mean? I could tell they need a little something extra to make them get some extra motivation. I feel like when I met you, you were a lot. I don't know. I would say shyer.
Yeah, for sure.
Quieter. And then at a certain point, there was, I feel like, a turning point where you became, I don't know, a lot more, I don't know, gregarious or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was that something that
I mean, that's just me in general.
Were conscious of or something, or like what?
It just takes me a while to get comfortable. It's something I try to speed up the process of now. Like if I'm doing a guest role on a show or something, I'm like, oh, I don't have time to get comfortable with these people for 3 weeks, so I have to come in and try to be comfortable from the get-go. It takes effort from me though.
Oh, really? And so that was there was a conscious effort made to do that.
Yeah, I just have to be comfortable. The more comfortable, the more supported I feel, the more open I feel.
Was that because, well, did you feel that if you were being kind of more shy or whatever, that it would be a hindrance when it came to show business opportunities and stuff or something like that? Or
no, I don't think it would be. I do think it would be a hindrance, yeah. But I don't think that was the reason. I think it was just me wanting to be more free, more wanting to say every joke that I thought of and not second guess if I thought it was gonna not work out or something.
Oh, okay. So to take more risks, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, That's a good attitude to have. Just go for it, I guess, even if it doesn't hit or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still find that now, especially the more experience I have, where I'm like, well, if I just speak in the rhythm that I already have, then a joke seems to form even if I'm just talking.
Yeah. Yes. I always thought that. I always think that about comedians in general, that it doesn't matter really what you say. It's if you say it in your voice.
Yeah.
Not you specifically, just, if you say it in your voice, it becomes funny if you are in tune with that, you know, and it doesn't matter what you say, it's how you say it.
Exactly.
And how you saying it being some sort of, I don't know, version of you or, some sort of heightened version of you. That's what makes it funny.
Yeah. You think Doug's going to come by or?
I don't know. Maybe not. Are you bummed?
A little bit. The more I look at the
ghost of Doug Loosenhop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you think when you were coming here today that you were gonna see him?
No.
Because you didn't know. You just thought.
Because you just emailed me.
I said you want to do.
You said you want to do the podcast, and I have a rule that if somebody who I respect asks me to do something and I'm free, then I do it. So I just didn't even look into it. And you and Moshe were always, one of the first people to take me on the road and, show me love and comedy. So if you asked me to do something, so I said yeah.
Oh shoot! Well, thanks. I didn't. I hope that you didn't feel an obligation because of anything.
No, if I was busy, I would have said no.
Yeah. I hope it didn't. I'm not taking you away from, I don't know, some metal slug with your boys. You know?
I was just gonna be napping probably.
Oh really?
I love naps. Oh God, I love.
How long are your naps?
Good, like 2 hours. 2 hour nap usually.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Those are pretty hefty chunks.
Yeah, usually like from 2 o'clock to 4.
What time do you wake up?
I wake up normally around 6:30.
Oh, that's early.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wake up and then I, either I'm doing parenting stuff or I go to jiu-jitsu or Pilates.
You do jiu-jitsu now?
Yeah.
Oh, how long have you been doing that?
For like a year and a half.
And is it Brazilian style?
Yeah.
So you're kind of getting locked in with people and stuff?
Yeah.
Or doing
a lot of hugging. Yeah.
You get locked in?
I get locked in. We roll.
Does it hurt?
Sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have code words to say, this hurts me too much?
No, you just tap out.
What does that mean? You do that?
Yeah.
Well, on a mat?
A mat
or on your own thigh,
Or on them.
Oh, on them. Okay.
Yeah.
You tap them?
Yeah.
Really?
So they know to
Do you ever
stop.
scratch their buttocks? Do you ever get yourself in weird situations when you're kind of locked into
Yeah.
somebody,
Oh,
where
yeah.
your face is near something that
Near their
stinks,
crotch or stuff.
or
yeah.
even an armpit.
Or
Yeah.
sometimes you wonder why you're like, they smell so good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sometimes they smell good.
Well, my professor, Jay, he does. Yeah.
He's known as a professor.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Oh, okay. Does he have a professorial degree?
I mean, he's got a black belt. I don't know if that's
Okay,
a thing.
yeah. And so what if somebody smelled like before?
I mean, it's just surprising that he smells good that when you're like rolling around and stuff, and you're like, oh, like I wonder what your cologne or your spray is like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Wear cologne to a a martial arts situation.
I mean,
you know?
it could work if it's there.
So has your nose ever gone into somebody's pit?
No, not pit. I wouldn't say so.
But crotch.
Crotch, yes.
Really? Oh my
I love
God.
how excited you got.
Well, no, it's just it's kind of intense, you know.
You're such a child.
It's just so intense, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're moving around, you're putting arm bars on, you're sitting on people's faces sometimes. Yeah, and it's really, I've learned a lot of lessons. It's really fun. I think it is one of the things that helps me get more comfortable easier, because now I learned one of the first lessons was that, like, you know, I didn't want to hurt him, and I had to learn to, like, oh, he can defend himself. I have to come in with the intent to hurt him.
Oh, it's kind of like you do being more free and doing jokes. Not thinking, second guessing a joke.
Oh,
you know, or
yeah,
something like
it
that.
has come into my jokes now. Where like there was a time where I would like maybe write some jokes that I thought were a little bit meaner than people wanted from me, and then I wouldn't say them. And now I'm just like, well, if that's what I felt and that's what I wanted to say, I don't care if people are gonna get a little upset about it. I that was my intent. Was, you know, my intent is to hurt. So,
So, going back to your like nose being in a crotch or whatever, has it ever smelled good?
Not with my professor, no, but in other situations, yeah.
Oh man, that's interesting. What made you want to start doing jiu-jitsu?
I was in the middle of a divorce, and I was feeling very shattered and low self-esteem and a lot of anger, and I wanted to put that in a positive place.
Ah, that's interesting. So it's an outlet for that.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it just became something that you like to do, and it's something that I guess it's a good exercise and
very good exercise, very spiritual, very. There's like a few things where you have to put your full focus both mentally and physically, you know, where in order for me to execute something, I have to be fully in the moment, mentally see something ahead of time, and then be able to move my leg or my core or whatever in that position. And so at the end of it, I'm completely spent, and I can't think about, things that are stressing me or things that bother me. I can only focus on the class and surviving. And at the end of it, it feels like I'm baptized, because I'm just like fully tired, stressed, and I'm always like happy and smiling. And at the time when I started, I wasn't smiling very often. So to end that class and be like, oh, I'm smiling.
Oh, that's
was a
nice.
like sign.
That's cool.
Yeah. They gave me a blue belt, and I was like, I'll never quit now.
You got the blue belt?
Yeah, now.
How many belts does it take to get to blue?
Just the second belt, so it's just one.
Oh, really?
It's white.
They go
blue.
straight to blue from white?
White to blue.
Damn, I would have thought yellow.
You would think, but no. You go straight
I would have thought
blue.
yellow, and then orange, and then red.
And then blue?
And, well, blue's coming.
I would feel like red would have been after blue.
Well, red does seem pretty higher
Intense,
up, you know?
yeah.
It seems fiery. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're right. It would be like this. I think it would go like this. You go yellow, orange, and then maybe green.
Are you just making a rainbow?
Right. I almost am. Yeah, it would go yellow, orange, red, purple, blue, green. No, I think yellow, orange.
Where's black?
Well, black is at the end, of course, but okay, you get it goes white, yellow, orange. Then I'm thinking green.
Okay.
Then blue.
Then blue.
Okay, and then red.
Yeah, that's
okay,
right.
and then black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a black belt.
In what?
Tang Soo Do. I'm not kidding.
What is that?
I haven't done it in years.
Okay.
I've stopped in high school.
Okay.
But I did martial arts from basically.
When did you start?
From the age of 6 to 14.
That's pretty quick.
So 15, maybe 15, yeah, or 14, yeah, I'd say.
Okay.
5 to 14.
And
maybe.
then you stopped.
I stopped.
Okay.
I stopped. I didn't want to do it anymore.
I don't think your black belt's valid anymore.
It probably expired.
Yeah.
I didn't get it renewed.
Yeah.
I didn't want to pay the renewal fee.
No, you gotta stay certified.
No, I couldn't do anything with the only thing that martial arts really helped me with is commitment and just being and a lot of mind over matter kind of stuff and just being focused.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And
but I also feel that if you don't have a weapon and you haven't done martial arts at all, I feel like I got a good chance to beat up anybody. But if you've done any martial arts, if you've done like more than me or even like near the same amount as me, or if you have a weapon, then I'm not so sure.
Well, wait. Yeah, I mean, so you're saying that if somebody has had some training and there's no other factors involved, that person has an advantage.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if I do. I'm a weakling.
Yeah.
I'm pretty weak. I've got a weak
well, your
body.
training is expired. I'm saying if you were active.
Oh, if I was active. Oh, if
Yeah.
I was active. Oh,
Yeah.
I'd be dominating easily.
Yeah.
I'd
That
be
feels
strong.
good. That feels good.
But I guess I think something that I do still have, I feel, is a sort of mental strength of sorts. That's what really doing martial arts was like for me. It was mental strength.
Yeah.
And
I highly recommend.
I had a turning point where I kind of broke out of my shell at a certain point. I wasn't, when I would do my key eyes, when I started, I wasn't really giving it my all. And at a certain point, I just said, it was kind of like you. I mean, I stopped. I just went for it, I just fully went for it without, any kind of hesitation or, whatever. I just started just belting out the key eyes and just giving it just a lot more than I was giving it before. And that was kind of a turning point for me,
Yeah.
I was just, boom, I was going off, I started screaming.
I wish I could have seen that.
Yeah, no, I was ferocious at that point in my life,
Can you try one now?
No, I don't think so. I don't have it in me, but I have it in my head. Maybe I couldn't do it. It would be too loud. I actually wouldn't want to do it because I feel it'd be inappropriate for the environment.
You're putting
and I don't want to scare you.
You're putting the block in now.
I can't bring myself in this environment.
I think you want to.
No. I mean, I want to just for comedic effect, but not for. I don't want to. I want to blow out Aaron's ears.
Yeah, no, that's true.
What?
That's true.
Do you have to do that sort of thing in jiu-jitsu?
Like kiats and stuff?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. There's no vocalizing of anything, I guess.
Not really, no.
Okay.
Just a lot of hip movement, a lot of escaping. I did Pauly Shore's podcast and he asked me about it and he was like, okay, let's spar. And then I mounted him and choked him and then he was like, stop. And I was like, it's real. I told you it's real.
Oh gosh, you did it on the podcast?
Yeah.
I don't even want to do that.
No, I wouldn't. I didn't. No, I feel like a Pauly thing, not a Brent thing.
Yeah.
Not on Brent.
So when you were rolling around with him and stuff, was he all kind of going, "Hey, buddy"? Was he kind of going on, kind of reverting to the '90s style? Like Pauly Shore.
He was
kind of going weasel style.
Cheese.
Yeah. He started going weasel on you when you were rolling around.
He was.
Did you watch his movies a lot?
Yeah, when I was a kid, for sure. Son-in-Law, and then
Encino Man?
Of course, Encino Man, and then Biodome.
Oh yeah, Biodome.
And then the Goofy movie, of course.
Oh yeah, he was. Oh, who do you play in that?
He's one of the students who says, "How about a leaning tower of cheese?"
Oh, it's pretty obvious it's him, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a phenomenon, huh?
Yeah, truly.
What a phenomenon. I mean, kind of just, had his own language going, his own
Yeah.
kind of vernacular.
And he was cute.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
real
yeah.
cute
I remember
back
seeing
then.
him around, actually, driving around. He would always drive this convertible around. I grew up in Los Angeles.
Mhm.
I used to see him driving around in the convertible and stuff. I was like, oh, that's Pauly Shore right there.
That's fun.
Um,
What a fun life for him.
yeah, I mean, interesting to grow up in the Comedy Store. And,
Yeah.
I don't know, see all these legends,
Yeah, it's
come through.
amazing. Yeah.
What a weird thing to be exposed to at such a degree.
Yeah. It's
Um,
kind of, you'd think he'd be even weirder.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he's weird?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Do you not?
No.
Well, I guess.
I think it's a unique way to grow up,
Yeah.
in a basically grow up in a comedy club, and not just any comedy club. I mean,
The famous
comedy club,
yeah.
kind of,
Yeah.
Did you
I don't
watch
mean
a lot-
weird as a negative. I don't know if you took it that way.
No, I didn't. No, but I don't. I mean, he had a unique persona,
Yeah.
like with the weasel
Weird way of
stuff. you know?
speaking. Valley
Yeah.
it brought the valley speak out.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, he's got his own weird lane. I think
Yeah.
it's real interesting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Did you watch a lot of stand-up comedy when you were growing up?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Who did you like?
I was a big fan of Mitch Hedberg, Dave Chappelle, Adele Givens, some more. Just watch a lot of Def Comedy Jam, so like Martin Lawrence, Chris Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the guy from Bebe's Kids?
Robin Harris.
Robin Harris, yeah. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, truly.
I mean, it's been a while, but yeah.
Yeah.
Did you who do you think, I don't know, helped shape your, I mean,
Oh, I know.
Everybody-
for sure. Yeah, easy answer. Three are Mitch Hedberg, Dave Chappelle, Lucille Ball. That's my
Lucille Ball.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting how Lucille Ball, she's the biggest sitcom comedy star,
Mhm.
maybe of all time, kind of all time in a way, I guess. Certainly the first really big comedy star from TV, right?
Mhm.
And she was a woman. She is a woman. So it's like one of the sort of original, I don't know, comedians that was like
Mhm.
big from TV is a woman.
Yeah.
That's
it
pretty
makes
cool,
sense.
right?
I think comedy in general, right, is a lot of times people's unique stories and stories that are fun to tell, and a lot of those seem to come from marginalized communities or people who just consider themselves marginalized or consider themselves weird or whatever you have.
Well, I guess what's interesting is that in comedy feels, well, for a long time at least, and it probably still does, just there's a lot of male
Mhm.
dominance, I mean, it's just people think of, when they think of comedy, or at least maybe, let's say even 10 years ago, or whatever, 20 years ago,
Mhm.
they just think of a lot of men,
Yeah.
as, the big comedians of,
Well, I think that's just people who don't know their history.
yeah, I guess it's just that it's just interesting that Lucille Ball is one of these original comedians, and it's just interesting with that. It kind of, TV comedy kind of starts with her.
Yeah,
kind of,
she's one of the most interesting people in TV from all the things that she started, and starting the studio up and Star Trek and all that stuff. I mean, it's
Wait, she was involved with Star Trek?
you didn't know know this?
No.
I didn't even want to mention it because I'm like, everybody knows this. Yeah.
She. What do you mean? What did
She
she do?
greenlit Star Trek.
Her studio.
Her. Yes.
How? What?
She was the head of the studio.
Oh, she was.
Yeah.
And they said, and someone pitched it to her, and she said, "All right, let's do it."
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So aside from I Love Lucy, you like her other stuff, like other things she did? Or, I mean,
Lesser.
is there other things she did?
Yeah,
I mean,
she did movies and she
Yeah.
did a couple.
I know she was in a
she
Marx
had
Brothers movie.
show. Yeah, she had the Lucy show and stuff, and they're not as good. I Love Lucy is just a classic on its own. But I'm a big fan of female-led comedies. I'm a big fan of Carol Burnett and Roseanne from the past, and Brett Butler, and like I always loved. I grew up just watching a bunch of female-led comedies. So now that I'm on one, I'm very much like, oh, this is cool. This is kind of always what I wanted to be. And like, I think working with Maya is like the closest I'll ever get to working with someone like Lucille Ball, because she's so just tremendously talented in every aspect of the job.
We're gonna wrap up this sort of main episode right now. But what do you want people to check out right now? There's so much to pick from.
Man, I want people to see me live, really.
Okay, yeah.
I want people to
Where can people find your dates?
RonFunches.com is probably the best. When people follow me on Instagram, that'd be helpful. Or TikTok.
What's your Instagram account called?
It's Ron Funch, RonFunch.
Ron Funch.
Yeah.
That easy.
It's that easy.
TikTok too?
Yeah, I think that's just Ron Funches, probably.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But TV-wise, I'm in Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity, which just started on Prime Video, and then on Loot on Apple TV, and then on Inside Out 2, which I think is streaming now on Disney.
There you go, everybody. And thank you, Ron.
Of course.
And if you want to continue on with us for a little bit, you can
is Doug coming?
I don't know if he'll be here, but
if I wait a little bit, you think he might show up? We
can pray. Maybe if we wait around a little, maybe if we do 30 minutes, he might show up.
Okay.
I don't know. But if you want to continue on with me and Ron, you can become a member of our Patreon, patreon.com/Poundcast. You get episodes a couple days early. You get extended episodes. You get it's mostly ad-free, almost completely ad-free, except for the jerky ads. That's it.
Except for the ads.
Except for one ad. And so come join us. And if you want to watch the show, it's on YouTube, youtube.com/ThePoundcast. And I don't know, there's some clips on there and clips on Instagram, The Poundcast. And that's about it. Thanks you to Aaron Bruntgart behind the boards. And thank you to Jack Birch behind the boards as well. And we are going to go unzipped in just a bit.
Is that what you call it? Unzipped?
Yeah, unzipped.
Poundcast unzipped.
Yeah.
Like a sexual connotation.
Well, you could read it that way.
Yeah.
Or you could read it in a more of a sort of educational kind of scientific kind of way or something like that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
More just anthropological.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see you either next week or we'll see you in just a little bit in Unzipped. I'm Brent Weinbach. Thanks for listening or watching. Bye-bye.
Brent talking. Brent, what will Brent talk about today? Brent talking to some pimples. Brent will talk to friends, and Brent talking on the Poundcast.